Hello, my dear friends and Darksiders. Welcome to another story time with your Papa Palpatine. We're now continuing on with the 5-minute Star Wars villain stories with the second story in the book, Escape from Darth Vader. That's my favorite apprentice, you know. Let's hear his story. Escape from Darth Vader. It was a time of war. Rebel spies fought the sinister Empire for control of the galaxy. One of the rebels was named Princess Leia. She had been given plans for the Empire's newest weapon, the Death Star. Now, Leia was on her ship heading home for Alderaan. But she was not alone. An Imperial ship was chasing after her. On board Leia's ship there were 2 droids, R2-D2 and C-3PO. Those are the droids I'm looking for. C-3PO was worried. He did not like being attacked. "We're doomed," he said, as the starship shook. "There'll be no escape for the princess this time." Suddenly, a loud blast rocked the ship. It had been captured. As the droids watched, the starship's main door was blasted open, and stormtroopers rushed through, swarming the ship. The stormtroopers fired their blasts at the rebels. The rebels fired back. One by one, the rebels failed. Soon, the stormtroopers were in full control of the ship. As the battle wound down, a mysterious figure emerged from the smoke. It was Darth Vader. In the commotion, R2-D2 slipped away. Noticing that R2-D2 was missing, C-3PO set out to find his friend. "R2-D2, where are you?" Elsewhere on the ship, Princess Leia looked at the plans of the Death Star. She knew she had to keep them safe. If the Empire got the plans back, the rebels would not stand a chance. Just then, R2-D2 appeared. That gave the princess an idea. I don't like when rebels get ideas. Princess Leia leaned over and began speaking to the droid. She was recording a message for someone who she hoped could help her and the Rebel Alliance. Not likely. "I have placed the information vital to the survival of the rebellion into the memory systems of this R2 unit," she explained. When Princess Leia was done with her message, she inserted the plans for the Death Star into R2-D2. Then, she told him where to go. I'm not sure I like where this is going. Princess Leia was just finishing her instructions when C-3PO found R2-D2. "At last," he said. "Where have you been?" C-3PO pointed back at the stormtroopers. "They're heading in this direction. What are we going to do?" But R2-D2 wasn't listening. He turned around and zipped off toward the escape pods. Princess Leia watched until she was sure R2-D2 was safe. Then, lifting her hood over her head, she crept into the shadows. There was still a chance that she could get away too. Meanwhile, Darth Vader was speaking to one of the commanders. "The Death Star plans are not in the main computer," the commander reported. That did not make Darth Vader happy. "Tear this ship apart until you found those plans," he ordered, "and bring me the passengers." The stormtroopers wasted no time. They had not been searching long before they spotted Princess Leia. She tried to escape, but she was not fast enough. The troopers brought the princess to Darth Vader. I want to know what happened to the plans, he told her. Princess Leia refused to speak. Darth Vader ordered his commander to take her away. He would get the truth out of her. Somehow. Somehow, I like that. It rings true. But the plans and R2-D2 were about to leave the ship. What? They were inside of an escape pod. You're not permitted in there, C-3PO told him. It's restricted. You'll be deactivated for sure. R2-D2 just beeped at him. Secret mission? C-3PO asked. What plans? I am not getting in there. Just then another explosion rocked the ship. C-3PO hurried into the pod. I'm going to regret this, he said. The door slammed and the escape pod rocketed off into space. Hold your fire. There's no life forms on board. Really? What, are we paying by the laser bolt? Just shoot it down. My word, sometimes I need to retrain my troopers. A short while later, the pod landed on a desert planet named Tatooine. The plans were safe, but the droids' adventures were just beginning. Now they really are the droids I'm looking for because they have my Death Star plans. Sadly, that story was more about two droids, C-3PO and R2-D2, and about some rebel princess than it was about my favorite apprentice, Darth Vader. Please tune in next time when we read the next story in the 5-minute Star Wars villain stories. And hopefully it's a little more on the dark side.